What's the deal, YouTube? We back with the weekly Xbox Fire podcast. All right. I got a new guy in the panel today, Porter Rock. He came on the Bang Bang Next Gen Gamers Xbox vs. Pony show. He did a pretty good job. You see, the ponies. He was the only pony that would step up to the plate. So, like I said, he did a pretty good job yesterday giving his opinions. He's also said that he's working on his own YouTube channel. But with me, I got the usual suspects: me, Dealer, T Reaper, and my guy here, Porter Rock. And we're going to talk about, of course, the big news. It went this Uncharted 4. Does it really deserve a 10? Is it a hype job? They had the massive layoffs, the cutbacks. You know what I mean? What's the other thing they got? The whole lesbian thing. What else is going on with this shit? The long lost brother. You know what I mean? Let me ask you, Porter Rock. You guess are you an Uncharted fan?
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm definitely an Uncharted fan. Yeah,
Okay, all right. Now,
yeah.
and listen, it's going to ask you to be as non-biased as possible. In your honest opinion, do you think that Uncharted 4 deserves a 10?
To be honest, I don't think any game deserves a 10 because my expectation of a 10 is just flawless. Like,
Okay.
no issues with the technical aspect, solid frame rate, um, amazing gameplay. It's just a high expectation. Did I see this coming? I saw this coming. I think we talked about it a little bit yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
And I told you the tens are coming.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Yeah.
so. I mean,
So
let's be fair. You think a lot of Sony games get a little nudge, a little boost?
I would say Naughty Dog maybe themselves. I
Okay.
think if you look at Naughty Dog, they have a very good track record. So I don't know. I don't know how. I would say the industry maybe just looks at Naughty Dog like, oh my God, you guys are, because if you look at their last four games, almost every game is a high 90. I think the lowest was Uncharted 3 at 92, and that was considered, a little letdown, and that's like so. And then they came back with The Last of Us, and that shot them back up to like, oh my God, you created the greatest game ever, and now apparently this is becoming the greatest game ever. So I don't know what it is about Naughty Dog and how they appeal or whatever, but I saw the tens coming. So I don't know. I think generally this gen, high scores haven't been given out as much as last gen. I think last gen, a lot more nines and 9.5s were given out as compared to this gen. That's just my opinion, from what I see. I think a lot of games are being reviewed overall harsher.
Let me see. Let's listen. See, I mean, and again, I don't want to put on the tinfoil hat here. I'm not going. I know I'm considered an Xbox. Even they called me today some very flattering words. The Godfather of the Xbox, Godfather of the whatever the case may be. Call me anything but a child of God. I'm just saying. I take a game like Quantum Break, and and like whether you like it, whether you don't like it, whatever the case may be, Remedy to me makes overall good games. I don't see how you can like Max Payne and not like Quantum Break. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. You know what I mean overall. But you take a publication like GameSpot, who gives Uncharted a 10. I'm not saying it may not be warranted. Me personally, I'm not a big Uncharted fan. I don't like the one of my biggest gripes against the Uncharted things. I'm very angry. If I put the cursor on you, I don't like the hit detection on it. Like I think it's lousy. Maybe it has more to do with maybe the DualShock controller 3. You know what I mean? I do like, I'm sorry, the PlayStation 4 controller better than I did for the PlayStation 3. You know what I mean? Most likely because of the triggers. Now with that being said, it seems like GameSpot and other publications are more on Xbox games than they are on Sony games. Because you look at Street Fighter 5, I know there's two different type of games. You saw the review that it got, and the game was
Yeah.
broken at launch. And I like Street Fighter. I think overall it's a good game. But the reviews were, great, and the online didn't work at all. When you buy a game, you expect it to work. And I've seen a lot of people, even with the Uncharted, the multiplayer, with the whips and the Indiana Jones and the magic now and shit. Like I just think that shit is over the top. Like I don't think every game deserves a multiplayer. And I'm just being honest. I would never ever play the multiplayer of Uncharted. It doesn't appeal to me. I don't like it. It looks cheesy as fuck. But I understand. It's just me. I'm maybe a older too for me to set in my ways. But goddamn, with 10, and this is the same people, if I'm not mistaken. When they rated Forza kind of low, also like what was the episode that was Giant Bomb? Like they just like and no, I'm not saying Naughty Dog is not a very talented team. You know what I mean? But they had some major setbacks. The main writer was let go. Like that didn't affect the franchise at all. Like, come on, like
I think she left. She left and went to EA.
Yeah, no, she got let go.
She said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
There were cutbacks. She got let go. You know what I mean? But they get away.
I don't think she let go. I think she ended up getting a better opportunity, more money, and that's just the nature of the business.
Okay. Well,
yeah, she left, and I mean, that's just how it is.
Okay, but besides her, there were other like major.
Yeah. I think it was she just got she made a name for herself, and Naughty Dog propelled her to a higher level, so she got more money. Now she's doing bigger things.
Like Uncharted 2 was so great. You wrote the story, all that stuff.
I mean, think about it. She gets credit for a lot of that stuff, and that builds her portfolio. And they're like, "Oh, we want you to do for us what you did for Naughty Dog. So come on over." And she's like, "What? Cha-ching. Later, later." And that's just how it is. Sometimes it's as simple as that.
Apparently, there was a big dispute over there between the guys that were behind The Last of Us and the Uncharted team.
Yeah,
there was a lot of turmoil over there.
Okay. Inner turmoil.
Yeah.
Like I said, it wasn't all peaches and cream over there. And I'm not. They were saying basically on the low that it was a hostile work environment. From what I heard, and at the time, Sony was clutching the purse strings kind of tight. The things are looking much better over there because of the success of the PlayStation 4. But this is amongst them selling buildings and fax machines. They was even selling weed on the side. They had a bunch of shit going on. Then they had, Sony was going through it. Then they had
a biometric wig.
Yeah. Then you had the racist shit that came out, the emails. Sony let motherfuckers social security numbers go. Like, it was fucked up. Like, my grandmother got a license of a Sloan name right now because she got this motherfucker's social security number. Like, Sony was going through it. But again, I'm not. Listen, I don't want to sound like I'm discrediting Naughty Dog's body of work. And if you're probably going to see Phil Spencer tweet out tonight, you're going to have an Uncharted 4 shirt on, some crazy shit like that. I'm not saying that it's not a good game. You know what I mean? But fuck it, Dilla, what do you think? Did it get a little push, a hype job, or you think this is a great body of work and deserves a 10?
Ever since I bought Uncharted 3 at launch, and then I watched Greg Miller's bitch ass give it a 10, I just lost faith in a lot of that review process, because some people, they let their allegiance blind them, so they don't like to keep it at least real with themselves. And Uncharted 3 was definitely not even close to a 10. So Uncharted 4, it's clear that some reviewers have a big problem with not only the multiplayer, but that the third act drags on a lot of repetitiveness apparently. But then this other guy at GameSpot has no problem literally mentioning only one negative thing, something about the cover system, very minor, and giving it a 10. Not even really criticizing the game, just kind of telling you about it. Like it's just gonna give you a hand job. Like, it's really whimsical, it's gonna do something for you, and get it. And I'm gonna play it eventually, but only because I'm an Uncharted 1 and 2 fan. I love those games a lot. Mm-hmm. So who knows? There's no telling.
So you're a fan of the series?
Yeah, I've always said that on the channel. Fan of Uncharted 1 and 2, 3 suck.
I'll say this about Uncharted.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, I don't know if maybe you agree or disagree, but like when you first play the game, like how it's smooth, the graphics, and how the story melds, sometimes that's like the first 3 days, you're like, man, this is amazing. And then like 2-3 months later, you're like, it's all right, it was good. But when you review the game, you have that first initial shock. You're like, holy shit, this is so cool and amazing.
You know what?
Hey, like if you review the game, you might not give it the same score 5 months down the line. You know what I'm saying? So
that's just about every game.
I wouldn't say 5 months. I say.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I said the same thing about.
Yeah, because Dealer Gamer, we were talking about Mass Effect. You know what I'm saying? And we like, damn, if we go back, Mass Effect will probably get a 7 or a 6 now. Because now that you look back at it, you're thinking, damn, the frame rate was bad. But when you first played it, you're like, man, this is amazing.
I said the same thing about.
You have that initial shock,
Yeah, I said the same thing about Metal Gear. When I first played it, I came in, I was hyped, like, oh shit, it was amazing. But not the, as of me playing it, because I'm not one of the ones that said I had to complete a game to give you a review of the game. I can tell you in the first 30 minutes of an hour, I'm gonna like the game or not. I don't have to play into the game. Oh, you gotta wait, you to get better. Fuck it. If a game doesn't catch me first 25, 30 minutes, if I don't like it, it's not for me. I'm not gonna play this shit. You know what I
It
mean?
really depends, man. Like The Witcher 3, one of the best games I've ever played, and I know there are several in the comments that would agree. And it took 8 hours. It took 8 hours for me to get
I
in
don't
that
have the
game.
patience. And you know what?
Some
I'm
games,
not
some games, I
negating
like
that.
that.
You know what? I'm not engaged that because I prefer The Witcher 2 over The Witcher 3 because The Witcher 2
Oh, come on.
No, listen. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I understand that Witcher 3 overall may be a better game. They have a bigger budget. It may be more over the top, but to me, Witcher 2 started off faster. You know what I mean? Oh, let's open the scene.
Yeah.
Over it, they cut the king's neck off in the boat and shit. I'm like, oh shit, this shit is dope. Ah! You know what I mean? But Witcher 3, I'm like, my God, I'm dragging my feet. I'm
Yeah, I didn't
running around. I'm running
2.
around.
I didn't like The Witcher 2 at all. That's just me, you know.
I just know. Listen.
I hear you, brother.
I put that motherfucker in there Witcher 3. I'm at that motherfucker running around. I'm running around. So no, hell no. Take this shit out. Boop! Throw the frisbee this motherfucker out
Yeah,
the window.
it's really a game you've got to submerge yourself into. You've got to really pay attention. You've got to read the shit on the screen, or you're not going to enjoy it. You know,
Yeah, I don't have
be in that mode. You got to be in that zone.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta be a big fan of the franchise. Like, I mean, I like Mass Effect, and I listen. It was crazy because I really didn't care for Mass Effect 1. It was kind of slow. I get it, and I like BioWare. I like the RPGs. I just a lot came out. I forgot what came out around Mass Effect 1 came out. It just but Mass Effect 2 took a totally different art direction. A lot of more shooting over the top. Like, they took like a third person action, like shooting and shit. I was like, oh shit, Mass Effect 2 is the shit. I love Mass Effect 3. I know that Mass Effect 3 got slammed because of the ending and stuff, but I liked it because a lot of action and I played through it. When something grabs my attention, I will hold on to it and I will play through it. You know what I mean? That's me. It is what it is. Listen, hold up. T Reaper, what do you think? Did Uncharted 4 get a push job, a hype job, a blow job, a hand job, a foot job? A BBW, aiming whatever the fuck. What kind of porn are you into, T Reaper? Cats and kittens.
I think
on Xbox. What type of porn? When you go to porn up, what are you watching?
I think it got all of the above, but I saw a 10 coming, considering how many times it got delayed, and then all the hype that all the ponies basically gave it. It can't get anything but a 10 in their eyes, at least.
Oh, I'm okay, but not just a 10. I mean, it seems like the industry, the media, they're in love with Sony. They're in love with their exclusives. They're in love with and I'm not like again, and I'm not saying like I'm a gamer. I do listen. I do pledge allegiance to the flag of the Xbox of America and to the Republic for which I stand. I get it. I'm an Xbox dude. You know what I mean? And I do prefer Xbox exclusives over PlayStation exclusives. That makes me prefer an Xbox, gamer because I don't care about Bloodborne. It's not for me. I don't like take 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. It's not my thing. Persona 5, Gundam style. I don't like games like that. But the siphon filters, the getaways. I'm more of a American Western type gamer. That's what I like. I don't care for the JRPGs, Final Fantasy. That's not my thing. Now, with that being said, you called it yesterday. I think you did say it was gonna get a 10.
I'm psychic. Yeah.
I mean, I knew it was gonna.
I'm already saying game of the year.
Listen, on BGST, you say and Mooch is a big shout out to Mooch. He's a big Uncharted fan. He is. He talks about it. He played the Uncharted collection. I think I don't care for Uncharted. Now I'm gonna get Uncharted 3 because I have a YouTube. I'm a content creator, and I'm gonna give it a try. I don't mind trying things. You know what I mean? That's why I say the difference between Xbox and ponies. Ponies won't try shit on the Xbox. I'm a gamer at the end of the day. I just prefer one platform, but I will play anything besides fucking Donkey Kong and some shit. I'm not into that shit anymore. Now, but do you think are you into the Uncharted series, T Reaper?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Now listen. What? Let me actually flip the question then because Dealer likes it, Porter Rock likes it. Why are you not into the Uncharted series? Have you ever tried them?
No, I just seen it being played. It's just not my type of game.
No.
I don't.
You never played that shit?
No, I haven't. But I've been over to my friends' houses and I have seen them play it.
Yeah.
Let me ask you the same.
It's not the greatest fucking thing ever, but it's good enough for me to like the first two.
But I work at a movie theater, and that game has been like previewed on the IMAX screen every time I've been cleaning that shit. So I've seen enough of it.
Yeah, see, look, I think you're working you out there on Times Square, the nasty movie, at the titty movie theater. Right? You at the porn movie theaters and at the pizza shows. You down there, right, with the cum-filled seats and shit. But listen, if Uncharted, to be fair though, if Uncharted was an Xbox exclusive or a multi-player game, would you like it then?
Yeah. I mean, if it was on Xbox, then I would try it.
Someone give this Xbox a round of fucking applause.
My props. I give you props on that one.
God damn, dude. That was pretty bad.
Someone give that fucking Xbox a round of applause, man. Yeah, what do you kept it real? Only an Xbox police fire. He shot from the hip on that. We kept it real. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, to be fair, it probably the same thing. Probably the same thing. I probably would like Uncharted more if it was on Xbox. So like I said, we are all biased to a certain. I don't care what you say. Everyone's prejudiced a little bit. You know what I mean? But if I see a bunch of white guys with skinheads, I'm crossing the fucking street. They may be divine creatures. I don't give a fuck. I'm not taking any chances. You know what I mean? We all have a little bit of prejudice and we all have a little bias. It is what it is. It's the nature of the beast. But you know what I mean?
The street next gen, really?
I'm not
crossing the street, man.
I will cross the street. Even if I see a bunch of young black kids walking down the street, I ain't crossing the streets, man. I don't want any problems, man.
Jersey and New York be doing that knockout game. Watch your back.
I am a middle-aged man. I'm trying to, make it, my golden years to see my grandchildren grow up. I don't want any problems, man. Tell me what you want.
I'm gonna shoot you for stepping on the shoe these days. So.
Yeah, I'm crossing the street. If I see a bunch of white kids with switchblades and skateboards, I am going the other direction. He would not put my black ass on World Star. No, sirree. Now, again, with that being said, like I said, I'm gonna try Uncharted. I am. I'm gonna give it an eye. It's like I even bought Ratchet & Clank, and I'm not into platformers. I'm not. You know what I mean? But I don't. It's not that I have disposable income or anything like that. But I don't mind trying some things. You know what I mean? And to me, Ratchet & Clank it looked nice on the eye, and like with Sunset Overdrive, I'm not really into games like that. But I enjoyed it. I finished it. I beat it and completed it. You know what I mean? And maybe because it's an Xbox exclusive. I'm gonna be honest with you. Because had it been a PlayStation exclusive, I'd probably been slamming it. What type of orange juice? What type of enemies are these? Like what I mean? So I'm just being real. I'm being upfront with my with my bias towards PlayStation. It is what it is. I've been brought up this way, man. I'm like, you know what I mean? But
I think Sony helped to make you that way over time.
But listen, they made me racist. I've been being attacked since this console war started. This is how we treat our game.
They should have warned you.
Yes, man.
It made me realize how many Americans really just do not even have any fucking loyalty at all.
Yeah, listen, they made this into a race war, a console war. Sony took to the big stage and said, this is how we trade our games. I've been fucking dodging bullets and racial slurs ever since then. So they made me this. They made the next gen 720. You guys made the crap gamers and the mooches and the Tim Dogs. Yeah, I wasn't like this, man. I really wasn't. I was so anti-Nintendo, man, but you guys turned me this way. But anyway, so now with that being said, overall, Dylan, you're gonna get the game, I presume.
Uncharted?
Yeah.
No, I ain't got no PlayStation 4.
Oh, so you're not. Oh, okay, all right.
No.
So, but if you had,
I'll eventually play it.
Okay. Here's the thing: new consoles are coming out, and you get your PS4 Neo. Would that be enough? This Uncharted would it make you be enough to get your new PlayStation 4 to play Uncharted?
Like maybe if it's like the Uncharted 4 handjob edition. I don't know. I just I'd have to see what's going on with that, but probably not because it's one piece of software. I might get the Nathan Drake collection for the first 2 games, but there's just not anything over there that interests me at all. I mean, even Forza shits on Gran Turismo. The shooters on Xbox tend to be better when it comes to the exclusives. It just,
I get it. I get it. That's what makes you. And Porter Rock may feel totally different. Hey, Porter, man, get your opinion. What makes you primarily a PlayStation gamer?
Because I'll say historically, PlayStation's been since it came out. Because I used to be a Sega dude, and then we all know how they ended up.
Mm-hmm.
But PlayStation, for some reason, that brand has been like some of my favorite games was on that console. So I kind of already have faith in the brand name.
A lot of nostalgia.
It's one of those. I'm gonna ride with you until you fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Even with the PS3, where they self-process their Blu-ray, they still release games. I was like, oh shit, like Demon Souls, Uncharted, Infamous. I was like, man, this console's popping. So
Demon
so for
Souls
some reason, they just produce the games
that appeal to
I
you.
like. But that doesn't prevent me playing for Xbox because I owned an Xbox. I didn't buy a 360 because my brother-in-law lived with me for a
360?
while. No,
You didn't have the best
but
console
let me
last
explain.
generation Xbox Live?
Let me explain.
Jesus.
So my brother-in-law moved in with me for a while.
Uh-huh.
He was a 360 guy. So I had a PlayStation 3. He had a 360. So we would just play. So I played. Yeah. So 360 was a dope.
So you had it in the house.
Yes, I had it in the house, and I loved it. I played all the Gears of War, and it was dope.
Okay.
Looking back, I kind of regret not buying it because I would have had my own gamer tag and my own collection and stuff like that. Whatever.
Good point.
But I owned the OG Xbox. BioWare was my shit. That was my favorite.
Yeah, it wasn't Jade Empire.
Yeah, Jade Empire.
Knights of the Old Republic.
Knights of the Old Republic.
The first one, yes.
And I'm not a PC gamer, so that whole it's on PC doesn't mean much to me.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to play,
PC,
if I wanted to play Knights of the Old Republic, Jade Empire, I need an Xbox.
Or Halo 1.
That shit. Yeah, or Halo 1, the same thing.
I think this generation.
So like the Xbox One, I'm gonna get it once Scalebound comes out. Now, that's my go-to game. But once I have the console, I'll Gamefly, Sunset Overdrive. I'll try out Quantum Break and whatever. I'll buy Gears of War 4. I'll try all that.
So wait. So here's the thing. So this new Xbox comes out, whatever the case. So what about Recore? What if that looks awesome? What if that looks awesome to you?
I don't know.
You got a couple games. Are you into racers?
No, I'm not into racers on any platform.
Rise
Gran Turismo and Forza, nah.
Okay, what about fighters?
Okay, fighters. So definitely Killer Instinct. So I'll tell you. So like Killer Instinct, I'll try out Sunset Overdrive, Rise.
Bro, Killer Instinct is bro.
So
bro, Killer Instinct is Killer Instinct is that Xbox Beast Fire.
I'll even look out for the Nintendo NX. If they actually get their head out their ass, I will buy it.
You know what? I listen. I was a little optimistic about Nintendo. I don't have any faith in them at all.
Like I won't buy a launch day. I'll wait it out.
There's another rumor that they're using cartridges for that fucking thing.
Yeah, I heard about that. I'm like, what the fuck?
We taking shit back in time. Alright, whatever.
They got tired of loading or something? I don't know.
I don't know.
So, but whatever.
I don't believe that shit. The games would have to be so small.
I just don't. Yeah, I don't get them. Unless it's more like a portable. Unless like the rumor of it is being a handheld and a console at the same time.
I mean, the digital way to do the handheld shit's still way better than a cartridge.
So I don't know.
But listen, I'll be honest with you. I don't have any faith in that brand at all anymore. From the Wii, don't get me wrong. The Wii was a big commercial success, but overall, it did more harm than good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because what made the Wii so successful wasn't that the gamers loved it. It was the non-gamers that loved it. Not the casuals, the non-gamers, the grandmothers, the grandfathers.
Yes.
I bought one from my grandmother's church. I bought 2 of them. That's what made the Wii successful. You know what I mean? And since the NES, numbers, he say men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Since the NES, their install base has dwindled, going down to each console besides the Wii.
Yeah, the Wii was an anomaly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Every
have to release their games
getting
eventually.
lower and lower.
Yeah, the install base. I forgot how many the NES had. And of course, that was the granddaddy. The NES to the Super Nintendo to the 64, to the GameCube. And then the Wii was a big success, and then the Wii U was their worst-selling console of all time. I just don't have any faith in that brand at all anymore because they just don't seem to get it. You're launching a console in 10 months, and you have E3. Even the console wouldn't be ready at E3. We don't know anything about the console.
And they're still trying to fly under the radar. That's the fucked up part. You should be doing everything to try to lure the hardcore. Be like, hey, we know, your shit's fucked up in the past, but look at all this new cool
one
stuff
game
we're doing.
at E3, Zelda. How the fuck do you come to E3 with one game?
Yeah.
And the Wii put them behind because while everybody else was trying to get their practice with HD, Sony going through their licks, Microsoft, they didn't.
Yes.
So now that everybody's already up to snuff, Nintendo's entering HD, and they'll be like, "Holy shit, this shit's not as easy as."
Yeah, but that's their only
behind the
business.
power curve.
I don't even give them a pass for that because that's their only business. Microsoft does other things. Sony does anything. Your only job is to make games. That's all that you do. But them to say they had no idea how Xbox Live worked, that was it. That's when I got rid of the Wii U. They said, some of their upper internal guys that are sitting in with their shoes off, eating a bowl of rice, and I'm not trying to be racist or nothing. At least they got, but they just don't know what the fuck's going on, and said they had no idea how Xbox Live worked.
Hmm.
It blew my mind. Like what the hell? Oh, Iron was supposed to join us. I'm like, what the hell? You know what I mean? Like that. Like I don't get it, man. I just like I said, I don't have any faith. They need new leadership. I've been saying that for a while. And I thought this new guy maybe we could turn around. I don't know anything about him. But me and Motu and all those guys like that, Mario, no, the kids are not interested in that shit anymore. They're not, man. My daughter may like it, but when she, now, but when she get older, she's gonna want to play online. She's gonna talk to her friends. She's gonna want to Twitch. She's gonna want to live stream. She's gonna want to do all that shit. And you can't do. Nintendo doesn't even allow that shit to even play their game. The reason why their games are not talked about, they don't have a big presence on YouTube. YouTube is the number one advertiser for games, period. Across, and you have to go through them to put gameplay on your channel.
They want part of your money for even talking about it.
Yeah, that's just weird. That's free advertising.
We're having all that unlimited money, Nintendo fanboys. They sure do want a lot more of it just to show their games on YouTube.
Yeah, like that's crazy as hell.
They don't have unlimited money. They're fucking running out every single year. They're losing more and more.
That's why they don't have a presence at all on the internet.
On other consoles.
And some people were defending that, and I'm like, they're like, "Oh, would you show a movie on YouTube?" I'm like, "That's not the same. Because a game you have to play. That's what they're selling, something to play. So when content creators, show a review or something, it's actually free advertising. Like, hey, check this game out, look at it. Damn, I want to play that. Watching a game on YouTube doesn't count as you playing it. You're just simply watching something.
And they don't get it.
It doesn't count.
Shout out to Iron Wolf just joined the show. Iron Wolf, we're talking about the NX right now, but I'm going to ask you right now because you got the facts. My boy spit the facts. Uncharted 4. Is it a hype job, a blow job, a hand job? Is it a great game? Does it deserve all the hype that it's getting?
I think it's an okay game with a bit of a hand job.
Oh shit! Under the table in public? What? Back of the bus? What?
I'll say behind the back seat.
Oh shit! So I mean, no, because you like the Uncharted series, right?
I think it's okay, but I just think it's way too overhyped. I think it's a good casual game, I'd say, and it's a game that holds your hand, and it's a great story. But it's a game that I'll play for a week and I'll forget about it. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of them kind of games.
But what about the multiplayer? The pixie dust, the fucking Puff the Magic Dragon. What about the multiplayer?
I don't know. This is the thing. I don't see no competitive value in that game whatsoever. It just seems like they have the whole superpower black magic shit, and I just think they went full retard with that, man. They should have made it more simple, like Uncharted 2.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't know if anybody on this panel would agree, but that's just the way I see it.
Yeah.
I didn't play the beta. I try to stay away from betas. I got tired of betas. A lot of them, I don't know. I have bad luck with betas. Every time I do a beta, it either crashes my system or something. I'm like, you know what? I'm not. I can't. I
don't really do betas.
It just seems to me.
I can't fuck with betas.
It just seems to me that they took that Call of Duty route where you have the kill streak thing where you get money, you buy shit. Like, I don't know, man. It just kind of like I lose interest in shit like that, man. The way I see it, when you start off, that everybody should have the same loadouts and see who gets the most kills. Just plain and simple, man.
I guess kind of criticized people who are so concerned about what I do in my gaming time. But I'm hopping on the gears of before beta. Me personally, I don't do the betas because I want to still be surprised when I get a new game. When I play the beta, I feel like I already got the game. I played the game. I'm not excited for it. So for me to keep me being excited, I tend to stay away from beta unless I'm invited by a developer or somebody that wants if I want to rub elbows with somebody within the industry or whatever the case may be. I don't really do the betas no more myself. I just want to still be surprised when I get my hand on it and have fun. Iron Wolf, do you still have your PS4? Did you get a new one or what?
Oh, I don't know. I don't own a PS4 right now.
Okay.
But I'm gonna wait for the Neo, man.
Okay, and you're gonna get Uncharted then.
Yeah, probably get Uncharted then. Probably ready.
Okay, now here's the thing. We're gonna flip the script. We was here talking about Nintendo again, because it still blows my mind. Do you have any faith in the NX or the new direction that Nintendo's going in, or you think it's gonna be the same direction?
Who wants to go first?
You. I mean, this is you. We were talking about
Well, if they don't have support from EA, Activision, or Ubisoft, man, then I have no faith in it, man. Because like the only game I'm really interested in is just the new Zelda, Zelda Wii U or whatever they want to call it. But other than that, man, like what else have they got? The rest of the games that they have is just all for kids, man.
What about
you got more faith than the rest of us. Fuck, they have all the third-party support in the world, and I'm not locking it down with Nintendo.
Yeah, I mean, my thing, like, I just did draconian ways, the online.
For them, this is make or break for them, though, Z, man. That's only.
I said the same thing. Me and Tim Dog went back and forth on BG a few months ago about. I was saying like Nintendo can't afford another dub. They're coming to E3 with one goddamn game, Zelda U. How the fuck do you come to E3 with one game?
You've been better off just skipping it. Lay low for a while, let the hype kind of build for your new console.
Yeah.
Not, we got one game, check it out, we're out. You know, nobody gives a fuck anymore.
Yeah, they should have just lay low, and then come out next year with a whole slew of like a console unveiling all to themselves or something.
But the one thing, Z, that boggles my mind is that when they announced the NX just last week, why would they do it on Twitter? That's the shit that don't.
Because they're fucking idiots. I mean, no offense to any people that work at Nintendo, but you're a fucking moron.
They need to be defended. They're launching a new console less than a year. We didn't know anything about this set. We know more about the PS4 Neo and maybe this Xbox, whatever the fuck, than we do about the Nintendo NX.
No joke. And those don't even exist yet, technically. The NX has been officially announced.
Yeah, and we don't know anything about this system. You know what? And again, what about Twitch? For Nintendo to have a big presence, they have to embrace this social media, and they don't. You understand what I'm saying? They gotta allow their games to be on YouTube without going through them.
Yeah, how would that work? No streaming?
Yeah, they gotta allow their games to be on Twitch. You know what I mean? This is the day and age that we're going to, and they new fucking IPs with a different art style direction. Okay. We get it with the Pikmins and this, that, and the other. That does not appeal to everyone. You understand? They need the hardcore gamer back. The hardcore gamers is what it make it look cool for the casuals, and Nintendo does not get that still. They you know what I mean? Like they still bowing down to Miyamoto in there. You know what I mean? I said at the end of the day, they say no, he's not the boss or whatever, but he still holds a lot of weight, and what he says goes. Like that Mario shit that went out with the WAP. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like.
But look at the people that run Nintendo, man. They're all like 75-year-olds, man.
That's what I'm talking about, man. They need to let that fake ass Obama go, fucking Reggie. Let his ass go, and they need some new blood in that motherfucker. Let me run that motherfucker, man.
Reggie don't do shit. He's more of just a PR motherfucker at this point.
But no, you know what the problem is? They need to let Nintendo of America run Nintendo of America. You let Nintendo of Japan run Nintendo of Japan. You let Nintendo of Europe run Nintendo of Europe and
you really said it right there. That it's Nintendo of Japan that is holding the whole brand back.
Japan may not be cool for America. We want to be online. We want to talk. We're more of a social culture over here in the West.
They're not doing good in Japan, man. It's fucking Nintendo. It's the fundamental problem.
I think it's Nintendo because Sony's all about the online and stuff like that.
But guess what? Sony in Japan doesn't make any fucking decisions.
Yeah, but look, Nintendo know that party chat system's important, online multiplayer is important, achievements is important, but they're oblivious to the fact. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say this. Back in GameCube, when because Microsoft they launched Xbox Live on the OG, PlayStation had that Bay, so Sony was already planning online with the PS2. Nintendo announced all gamers don't want online.
They had one game.
I call that bullshit right there.
Oh, they didn't want it.
Yeah, I
that
call
was
that
their
bullshit.
mentality. They only added it to the Wii U because they saw how popular it became towards the later stages of Xbox and PS2. And that was a natural thing.
Well, I mean, they had it on the Wii.
Yeah. No, on the Wii, yeah.
But
they
realized they were already so far behind.
Yeah, they were so far behind. They just threw that on the Wii because the PS2 and the Xbox OG, they saw how popular it was, and obviously the PS3 and the 360 was gonna have that day one fleshed out. So it was like I don't think they even intended for that to happen on Wii because it was crap. It was like literally.
Yeah, but Polar Rock. What you have to understand is when you look at the Wii U, that you look at the UI. You mean to tell me that shit don't look depressing?
Oh yeah, I'm
Like,
telling you.
it has no social features. You cannot look at your friends list. Or they have the little the me yous or whatever they call them. Man. But like, come on, man.
It's yeah, it was just, and that's supposed to be the traditional console. We're getting the
Yeah.
hardcore game. How? You don't
That's the
have the
thing, though.
basic
You know,
industry
tradition.
thing, you know? I mean, hell, even the iPhone had achievements. You know what I'm saying? You know? It became, Xbox 360 started a standard.
They do.
Achievements, and everybody followed, which is fine. I don't mind copying. You know? I know some people make fun of Sony for copying. I'm like, I'm cool with it.
You
Copy
know what?
that shit out there. Nintendo could do some copying. You know?
Yeah,
They
good
don't have to
point.
reinvent the wheel. All they got to do, you know what? We're
Good
going to
point.
copy Xbox Live and we're going to call it Wii Live and
Yeah.
do the same exact shit Xbox is doing.
You know
They'll
what?
be fine.
I said this when because I'm like I said, I do try things before I place, before I give my review or my opinion or something. I at least try it. I bought the Wii U day one, and I don't care. I always said I don't care for their exclusive thing. I mean, the Mario's okay, but I'm not going to stand in line midnight for a Mario game. I'm not. Like I've done saved the princess already.
You
I don't
sure?
want to get. Yeah, I don't like.
Sure you
It's
don't wanna
okay.
do that?
You know what I mean? It's not. Man, listen, I'm not gonna go balls to the wall for a Mario game. I don't. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it funky. I don't care about Pikmin. I don't. I don't. It's they just, it's crazy. Like I said, I'm just saying that I've grown up with Nintendo, but Nintendo hasn't grown up with me. They have the same art style and direction since I was a fucking. I got a Nintendo when I was in the fourth grade. It hasn't changed at all. Their characters still don't fucking talk. You understand what I'm saying? And that is the problem. That's why they're constantly losing market share generation after generation. They're on the verge of going to distinct, like the motherfucker. It's crazy. And this is just a conversation I had with Dr. Trey a few years ago. And I said to him, me and Dr. Trey, we had this bet. He bet me $50 that the Wii U would sell 10 million in the first year, right? And of course it did. And he never paid me a fucking $50. This motherfucker trying to pay me some eShop points. Fucking weirdo. Anyway, he tried to pay me some fucking eShop points. He's a grown ass man in his 30s. We made a bet for $50, and this motherfucker tried to pay me with some eShop points. And I asked him. I said to him, because YouTube, like I said, we do it. It's a hobby. It's, I won't say it's addicting, but I like, interacting with people talking about the hobby I love. Now, trust me, if Xbox goes out of business tomorrow, I'm still going to be a gamer. I just moved to something else. This motherfucker told me, I said, what do we do if Nintendo was to go out? I close my channel down. He's basically has closed his channel down and
Those are the Nintendo fanatics.
I'm like, bro, are you serious?
You're not a gamer, man.
Those are the Nintendo fanatics.
Yeah, I don't. I listen again. Listen. Like I said, I stumbled upon this community, the YouTube thing. I used to be doing my UFO thing, raps, and like that. The first video I ever saw wasn't a Nintendo guy, was Shokyo, and he was saying that the Xbox 720, that's what he was calling it, and the PlayStation 4 weren't going to be that much more powerful than the Wii U. Oh, did that motherfucker lie? But that was the first video that I ever seen. This is before the Wii U came out, and of course the next generation. This was in 2012.
You missed the whole gen of fun.
Yeah, but so anyway, it blew my mind that there were grown men that were actually gaming hardcore on the Wii. Like that was their primary system. I didn't understand that whatsoever. My old lady bought me one for my fucking birthday. I said, what now? I got my wrist got tired from playing. Like, what the fuck? I had this Zelda. Like, this ain't no fuck. Now, what the fuck is this? Like, this is like Xbox graphics. I got my fucking PS3 here. I got the fucking Xbox 360. This shit ain't for me. This is some kiddie shit. Like, I knew from the start that this shit wasn't for me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this ain't my thing here. But I said it to say this, but I said that, when I hopped on the Wii U, it felt like I was taking a step back because I couldn't do the basic things that I was doing on the OG Xbox. And I didn't understand that whatsoever. I mean, just join session in progress to have voice mandatory in every game. And I was making these complaints and gripes. And the Nintendo guy was like, all right, Zay, how many times are you going to keep talking about it? Like, you guys are not pissed off about this?
That's why it was even a problem, because those guys would not say anything.
No, they were not.
You guys are not pissed off about
Nintendo
if you're playing a game like Splatoon and you can have voice chat,
yes,
that's a multiplayer game. Like you need to, like, team talk for tactics and everything.
Exactly.
Not that, man. That shit don't make no sense.
Exactly. And you know what? No one should have bought that fucking game on the set principle that it didn't have any fucking voice chat inside the game. You can say what you will about Star Wars Battlefront, and I was pissed off about that. Shout out to my boy Southbound. He sent me a copy. My boy South, the facts. But I was pissed off about that not having voice chat, so I didn't understand that either. But at least we had an option to have party chat to talk behind the fucking scenes, or the Skype or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? On the Xbox One, like Nintendo guys just bought that shit. Like, you guys are okay with this shit here? Like, that's why they and don't get me wrong, the exclusives do sell well. Whether 4 or 5 million and whatever it does, it do well, but it doesn't sell any hardware. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't sell any hardware, but like
Yeah, but it's not the hardcore gamers buying those games. It's the grannies and the soccer moms buying it, man. It's the fact.
No, well, the soccer, no, the grannies and the soccer moms bought the Wii. Their internal core base bought the Wii U, but it's getting small, very very small. They're the Mario fanatics and the Wii lovers, the guys like that. They went out and bought the Wii U, but even the kids don't like it. You understand what I'm saying? And like, the kids want to be online, the Battlefield, the Call of Duties. They want to do that shit.
The new Battlefield trailer drops tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Fuck yeah.
But I'm gonna ask you guys this before I go to ask you guys the last question here. T Reaper, what do you feel about Nintendo?
Well, I think that. Well, I'm not really. Last time I was a Nintendo fan, I was like 6 years old.
I think youngest guy here.
No, I think that if they don't evolve with the online piece like all the other systems, then I think they're just doomed to fail, because there's more people that like the online and want the the evolved section of Nintendo, and instead of the nice little kiddie shit that they're just too used to.
Okay.
And one thing, man, they cannot give their hardware for a touchscreen controller, man. Otherwise,
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, they already did that shit.
But they do it again. But okay. Then this is the last question we can close with here. If you don't know, I have a skunk problem at the house again, and got people working on here, and me and the wife are going out for dinner. I'm sorry to shortchange you guys. We got to get the fuck out of here. It smells like shit in here. Last question I got for you guys. And then we'll give you your honest opinion. Do you think the Xbox One or Microsoft? Well, no, I won't say the Xbox, Microsoft. Do you think in the Xbox One's lifetime, do you think it would receive an exclusive that is received as high regard, as Uncharted 4 this generation?
Ooh.
I think that as long as it keeps receiving all that hate, even if the Xbox community thinks it's as high value as the Uncharted, I don't think the media is going to see it that way.
Who knows though? Phil Spencer's already said they're pretty much working on a competitor to something like Uncharted. So that's the thing. We do not know what the fuck's going on. But you're right. There is a negative perception.
And of course, it's about the resolution. But if this new console comes out, it's gonna take away the whole weak thing. But so put the Xbox and the PlayStation at an even playing field. Okay, that whole 720p shit is gone. But do you think they would have an exclusive IP that will be received well, not just by the Xbox community? We love our exclusives. We think they're gold, but by the media, by the giant, by the GameSpots,
There's 3 games that could possibly hit 90 on Metacritic, and it could be Gears 4, Scalebound, or Recall. If those don't get it, I don't think any other game would.
Okay. What about you, Dylan? Dylan?
Sorry, man. What'd you say?
I'm sorry. You feel the same way? You don't think their games will receive well as Uncharted?
Yeah.
Well, you said you don't feel the same way what we're working on. Basically,
yeah,
right?
I don't know. I'd like to see what they're working on, but yeah, it's a tall order because Microsoft has definitely dug themselves into kind of a hole this generation. But who knows how long the lifespan's even going to be, with these new SKUs that are rumored to come out this year. So they might keep this bitch going for 10 plus years as a base model.
Mm-hmm. All right. What about you, Porter Rock? Can Microsoft pull it off? Can they pull a fucking genie out of the hat? Can they get an exclusive that's received, just as well as an Uncharted or The Last of Us?
I think to answer that question, you have to look at the developer and who Microsoft have available. And from my opinion, from what you guys have, I think it would be Scalebound because of Platinum Games. Platinum Games, they know how to make great games. So if there's one game I think that would be high 90s, it would be Scalebound. Three, I don't know. I think they're a good developer, but I think they're living in the shadows of Bungie. In my opinion, I think 343 needs
something else.
IP. They need a new IP to.
Good point.
I think if they stick with Halo, 343 probably won't evolve to what they need to be. They need something that's them to define them.
You know, absolutely right. And I gotta
I
call
think
space.
living in
You're
sloppy
right.
seconds. Not to insult Halo, but that will always be a Bungie game, no matter who does it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, no. That's. I listen. Like I said, I'm not the biggest Halo lover. I'm not. I've always said that. And you're right. You know, Microsoft. And I told you. I've said this. I've been very critical of Microsoft about Fable. You know, going. You know, like that's what one of the games that made me an Xbox fan. Microsoft. You know, I guess Sony fans' biggest knock against Microsoft is that all they have is the Gears, the Halo, the Forzas. You know what I mean? You know, and that's all that they're known for. And Microsoft needs a bigger, you know, games. Whether you like Sony games, and a lot of the games don't appeal to me, but they appeal to their gamers. But I do give Sony credit for that. They do have a bigger of games. You know, like the games like I know I wouldn't play, but their gamers like them. Well, I won't say they like to talk about them. Not really they bomb like One Piece Bloods and all that shit. You know, what's this a new game Neo or whatever the fuck
Neo.
they
Oh
jumping up
yeah.
and down about that shit there. That's something I'm not interested in whatsoever. But games like Quantum Break, I like. You know, we need more stuff like games like Sunset Overdrive. I like. You know, games like, Rise, even though it was kind of repetitive, I liked it was something different, you know what I mean? And I'm hoping that Recore, can be a good game. You know, I Sea of Thieves, I don't really care for Rare's art style. We don't know, but
We'll actually see some gameplay from Record this
yeah,
year,
this
which should
year.
be cool.
Yeah, they haven't released any gameplay yet, right?
So this year, at E3 is going to be, I think, is going to probably going to be the biggest E3s of all times. Maybe Microsoft can finally do away with the bad perception. No DRMs. Come out with this new hardware. They need a fresh start. I know some guys are not with it, but listen, the biggest thing against Microsoft, I say it again, the thorn in their side, is the anemic GPU with the 720p and 900p, the resolution. And I think if Microsoft comes out with something that's more powerful than, or even is on par with the Neo, and we can just go for IP and make newer games, I think they may have a chance. And who's the developer doing Record? The guys that made Metroid, right?
There's,
Yeah, some of the guys
He's
have
Kaiji. I
Yeah.
don't know how to pronounce his name, but he's
Hey,
on
so-
Metroid. Yeah.
Okay,
He's
Lawson's
on
not a
Metroid
first-person
Prime.
shooter. Lawson's not a first-person shooter. I'm on board with it. But ladies and gentlemen, unless you guys have anything else to say, it's going to be a short show today. Like I said, I got the guys that removing skunks under the house and it's fucked up in here. I got to go. They running me out of there. They running my ex-spot ass. The police came back. They threw some fucking skunks up under my fucking deck. It got me, man. And we out of here, man. Hey, Wolf, man, listen, man. Won't you come back and join the show? What the fuck? You speak the fucking facts, man. We do.
Yeah,
we do
man, just let me know when you do it, man.
yeah, I gotta go through your agent and all this shit now. Like you done got YouTube famous on me. You know what I mean? What the fuck? I gotta, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Nah, man. I'm digging this Xbox Space 5 podcast, man. So I'll be more than happy to join, man.
All right, I mean, you're more than welcome to come, man. You don't have to ask, man. Shout out to Dealer, you guys. Dealer, Port Rock. When's the channel going live, man? When you gonna do the channel?
I don't know. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
This motherfucker got stage fright. But we out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Man, thank you guys for rocking out with us. Go back and check out the Xbox versus Pony Round 5. Good show yesterday. Yeah, thank you for we out of here.